Yo, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy, I'm back doing another FanBoyAaron review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Core Class Transformers Bumblebee movie Ravage. Now, before we look at the figure, let's look at the box. As you can see, it's your typical Studio Series box, just, smaller. And I like the idea of Studio Series giving a little more love to the smaller Transformers characters. I hope we'll see more of this. You can see he's just Ravage. He's from the Transformers Bumblebee movie. That's how he appeared in the movie, design-wise. Let me get that. There we go. On this side of the box, the same image of Ravage. He is a core class figure. The same image of Ravage. On the back of the box, you got your product shots, what he can do. He transforms in 11 steps. Doesn't quite feel that way. It's a very simple transformation. And that's it for the box. And here we have Ravage. In his square mode, he turns into a square. I don't know what you were expecting. He just turns into a square. That's the whole gist of it. He's a square. He's just a little cubey square. He does square things. For comparison, well, I'll let you take a better look at the details in his square mode. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's his head. And for comparison, here he is next to the Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy Ravage. As you can see, one is a square, and the other is a cassette tape. But, honestly, I don't mind this because, cassette tapes and Soundwave being a cassette player, it doesn't really fit the whole modern criteria of things. Soundwave needs a more up-to-date, modernized version of a vehicle mode, so his minions need a more up-to-date way to store inside of him. Lately, as far as recent vehicle modes for Soundwave go, they've been trying to do like an armored van or a tactical vehicle of some kind, so a stack of cubes that would fit inside a van fairly well isn't a bad option for his minions. Okay, and of course, he comes with a few accessories. Well, I shouldn't say of course because it's not always obvious. He comes with 2 little guns. Pew pew. And he comes with this little bit here. And what this is for is specifically Soundwave. If you have the Studio Series Soundwave, it's meant to add another part to his weapon here. I mean, it looks okay, but personally I don't really care for it. I think Soundwave pretty much has everything he needs. So, this is just a little hunk of plastic I'm going to end up tossing in my junk drawer. Oh yeah, while I'm having him up here, of course you can store Ravage on Soundwave. Before I do that, I can show you that you can store Ravage's primary weapons on him and store him in Ravage. Or in Soundwave. Just plug the weapons in those little holes right there. On either side. Like that. Then you press this button here on Soundwave's chest, it'll open up. And you shove Ravage in, close it up, and there we have Ravage stored in Soundwave's chest. Now he's pretty packed in there, so in order to get him out, you do have to open this panel on Soundwave's back and kind of push him. Ravage, eject. And that's a neat little feature. Alright, let's transform this guy, shall we? It is super duper simple. Now, if you want to, you can totally take this little piece here and just plug it onto his back for storage. It won't fit in Soundwave's chest with that piece there, but, that's an option. I'm just going to put it to the side for now. For transformation, what you want to do is you want to remove Ravage's little guns. And come under here. Open up the tail, like that. Get the camera to focus a little better on what I'm doing. There we go. And from here, you want to take the limbs. It's a little tricky to see, but there is a little hole right there meant for a tiny little peg. It's right there. It's a little tricky to see. You just want to unpeg it, get it out of the way. And there's some for the lower legs too. The peg itself is on the actual leg. The hole is right there. So unpeg it. Move it out of the way. Then from here, what you want to do is you want to take this gray bit here, flip it up. Then you want to grab the hips. They are on a double hinge in there. It can be a little tricky to see. You want to bring it up. Rotate the legs around. And it'll swoop into place just like that. I'm going to take this little piece here and remove it. Oh, by the way, this is one more accessory Ravage comes with. It's a little missile launcher pod. That's where it stores on the vehicle mode. Alright. And once the hips are clipped into place, what you want to do now is you want to take the front legs, rotate them down, take the head, flip it up, and we just get everything orientated properly. And I think we're done. So here we have Ravage in his robot mode, and as you can see, he is his classic looking Cybertronian Panther. I'm going to turn the light on so you can see the details a little better. As you can see, lots of nice molded detail all throughout this little figure. I would have liked a little silver maybe painted on the teeth, but you know what? Minor nitpick. There's some little bits of red, metallic blue. Got Decepticon logos on either side. A little white paint. All in all, it's a very nice representation of Ravage. Leaps and bounds better than the Revenge of the Fallen Ravage. Now, I have no problem with the Bayverse films, but the Bumblebee movie designs beat those movie designs by a country mile, let me tell you. I absolutely love Ravage's design in the Bumblebee movie, despite the limited amount of time he had in that film. Now, if you want to, you can totally give him his weapons. This bit can plug in under his belly like that if you want him to use it for some reason, but, you know, that kind of looks stupid. Again, I'm probably just going to end up tossing this in a junk drawer. You can take his little missile pod, plug it into his back, like that. It's got to be perfectly straight or it's going to bother me. And it just, you know, attaches seamlessly. It looks like it's a natural part of it, as it should. Then you take a gun, plug it into his hip holes, like that. And you can orientate them however you want, but I like to have them lined up with that hole there, where his leg is connected. So they're level with each other and that it's, you know, kind of covering up that little gap. Just makes it look more clean. Plug it in like that. And there we have Ravage with his hip guns. Now, articulation. The head can move up and down. Let me get the camera focused a little better. There we go. So yeah, the head can move up and down. The front legs are on ball joints, so they can, in theory, go all the way around. It's just certain things like get in the way of other things. There is a hinge here. And go up that high, go back about that far. There is a slight bit of outward movement. It's not a whole lot, though. The front paws can also hinge up and down. Honestly, I would have preferred a side-to-side movement over up and down, but, you know, whatever works. The hips are on a ball joint. Like the front legs, they can go all the way around, but, you know, other things like to get in the way. There is a knee joint that goes that far back, that far forward. There is a second joint here at the ankle. It is really tight for some reason, at least on my copy. Results may vary, depending on your own. Now I'm going to bend it a little more at an outward angle. And the little feet can flip up and down. Sorry if I'm having trouble keeping him on screen. He's a small figure and I'm having a little issue handling him. Oh yeah, one more bit of articulation. The jaw can open and close so he can go no 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 no. Okay. No. Okay. That's the noise Cybertronian animals make. They go no 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 no. Yeah, we gotta be hitting up that fresh nar. Oh yeah, one more bit of articulation. The tail can move up and down. Again, I would have preferred a side to side, but yeah, I'll take what I can get. Oh no, he is a decent little figure, and somehow I managed to stretch this review into 11 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. No figure this small needs a video that long. Alright. For, comparison, here he is next to the Netflix War for Cybertron Ravage. Yeah, you got G1 Ravage and G1 Inspired Ravage, and yeah, this one's the clear-cut winner. I don't have the studio version series with me at the moment, but if I did, this one is also better than that one. And of course, here he is next to his master, Soundwave. And I gotta say, the two do look good together. Like, they're not complete without each other, honestly. The only downside is that Ravage was the only one of Soundwave's minions that made it into the Bumblebee film, so he's probably the only one of Soundwave's minions that's gonna have a figure for the Studio Series line that works with this guy, at least for now. But, you know, I'm willing to bet maybe a third-party company like Dr. Wu might take a whack at some other minions that could fit in this version of Soundwave. I'm really hoping they do, because, you know, it's kind of sad seeing only Ravage with Soundwave when there should also be at least Laserbeak, Rumble, and Frenzy. I'm hoping we'll get one of them down the line. I know Studio Series probably isn't going to do it, but I'm sure maybe a third-party company will. Alright, now as he stands on his four legs, he is less than 1.5 inches from the tip of his tail to the end of his nose. He's about 3.5 inches. And at the time of release, which is right around the time of this video being posted, he's going for about $10 to $15 retail. Really, it depends on where you get him. Now, do I recommend buying this figure? Is he worth the price? Yeah, he's definitely worth $10. I mean, this ain't bad for... I mean, he's small. He is small, but honestly, I think he's worth $10. And, you know, Soundwave doesn't feel complete without Ravage, or vice versa. If you're going to have one, you got to have the other. I highly recommend getting a hold of Ravage. And if you have Soundwave, especially if you have Soundwave, or vice versa. If you have Ravage, get a hold of Soundwave. If you have Soundwave, get a hold of Ravage. You gotta have them both, man. So this has been the Transformers Studio Series Core Class Ravage. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, leave a nice comment, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next review. Bye-bye.